Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. I hope you're all having a good time. I'm in a fantastic mood right now and I'm just hanging out here on top of the canopy enjoying my favourite part of this racetrack. Now I am really pleased about this project because I've been reading the comments on the previous video and it seems like a lot of you really like this project, which is good to hear because I was a little bit worried as I was making the last video that maybe it was a little bit boring, but it seems like a lot of you really like it and we are going to step up the gear on this project this episode. I have a fantastic idea that I want to share with all of you and I want to get all the other hermits involved in this project as well. Now I've been doing some things in between episodes which I'm going to show you in a bit, but first of all I'd like to address an issue from the previous episode. I saw a few people going a little bit mad in the comments because at the beginning of that video I talked about the two axes that I had and I said that neither of them had unbreaking on, but of course both of them have unbreaking. So let me explain what's going on there. Before I came over to this area to start work on this, I was looking through at my axes and I had two that had silk touch on and then I had two other ones that didn't have unbreaking, and I wanted to keep the ones with silk touch and so I put them away, or so I thought, but it looks like I put the two wrong axes away because I took the silk touch ones with me. So that's what's going on there, and you know what, I can't be bothered to go back and change it. I'm just going to use these ones even though they're more expensive to repair because I am really enjoying this project. I've been doing some building in between episodes which I'm about to show you, but first of all I'd like to tell you about what the plan is for this episode. We're going to show you what I've already done and then we're going to set up parts of the track so that we can get the other hermits involved. That'll involve making some little markers to show what kind of areas are available to build on, and then other hermits can come down and put their name on it. But the thing that I'm really excited to tell you is that I want to make this project about Hermitcraft as a whole, because Hermitcraft as a community isn't just the people that make the videos on the server, it's everyone that watches them and comments and gets involved as well. Now we have a G+ community that is doing ever so well. There's 4,300 members. And I want to look in this chest. 36 apples, that's how many we have so far, that's cool. Yeah, we have 4,300 members. It's really active, you know, a lot of us hermits are on there talking to people and people are asking questions and it's a really nice community. But I thought, how can we step it up and get everyone involved in this? Because Hermitcraft, like I said, it's bigger than just the people. Is that supposed to be like that? It's bigger than just the people who play on here, and so I was thinking it'd be really cool if on the G+ community we could get people sending in suggestions and posting ideas. Maybe you want to build something in a creative world and send it over to the G+ community for things that we could build on this racetrack. Now this thing is enormous and I've got some ideas for some things that I could build on it, but there is probably a whole bunch of you out there watching these videos thinking, oh, if I was on here I would build this on this part of the track and I'd build something over there, and I would love to hear your ideas and I'm sure some of the other hermits would as well, and then that way we could get some of the builds from you guys on this server as well, which I think would be a fantastic community project. And that's what this server is all about really, you know, we're a community, everyone on this server gets along with each other really well. And we love making videos together, and we love that you guys watch the videos, and so the community thing is important, and we can use the racetrack to really tie that all together, which I think is going to be awesome. But I'm just all done with talking right now. I need to figure out how we're going to section off these tracks, figure out all that kind of stuff, and then show you what we're going to be doing. But right now I want to show you some building that I've been doing in between the episodes. So we are back here where we left off last episode at the horse track. This is as far as we've got, and I was talking about building a tunnel that was going to go through this part of the mountain, and here it is right here. I've been working away in between episodes and I've got a little bit of progress done around here. So we have a very simple pattern on the floor, and this thing goes up by 1 block every 3 blocks. So what I decided to do with that is use stair blocks in the middle. So if you have a look here, you have half slab, stair, half slab, and then half slab, stair, half slab, although not there, it would have been up here like that. But yeah, it creates this really nice gradient where it goes up by half a block every 1.5 blocks, which I like. I haven't actually ridden this on a horse yet, so why don't we do that right now. Let's jump on this guy and let's destroy that and then go through. I don't know if I'm going to hit my head on the ceiling. No, it looks pretty cool. But one thing I've got to say about the pattern is it looks a lot cooler when you're going down than it does when you're going up, and that's kind of distorted because I'm on top of the horse at the moment. but we will check that out in a second. Anyway, let's tie this guy up. In fact, let's take him back up to the top, because I have been working on a bridge up here, which I'm sure you saw a moment ago. So as I described in the last episode, I wanted to do a little bit of building around here, and so we have this kind of bridge thing going through down to the bottom here. And then what I want to do is have this kind of arch over and have some supports that hold up this roof, but we need to make that higher, of course. But I've been digging this out and I've made a little bit of progress here, so I'm looking forward to doing something there. I kind of want to make it look like there's a structure on this side that actually supports the ceiling above it, and then hopefully that'll work out. But as well as that, what we have to do on this is the supports underneath. There is nothing in place at the moment. It looks like that, which is, it's alright when you're going across. If you see this from a different angle, then you're going to want to see some structure down here. So what I plan on doing is using some fence posts and kind of building a grid or some sort of support structure below that looks reasonable. And then after we've done both of those things, we're going to be going over to this area and we're going to go round the corner here. So I want to make the track go to the left a little bit, then go down above where all this water and trees are. We're probably going to cut the trees down. Then it's going to go across the edge here, and I think we'll leave the water in. We'll try and make it like the path goes right next to the water, which will look cool. And then it will go around the corner, it will go up the hill bit, and then head off in that direction. So we have quite a lot of building to do at the moment, and this bit right here I want to get built and finished, if you know what I mean. With the exception of that tunnel, I want to get the pathway that we're building here kind of done to a reasonable standard and have it looking nice. So we do have some features on our horse track. But I babbled I've babbled on about this for a little bit now, so I'm going to get back to building. I think I'm going to focus on this thing first of all. So this part is now done, and there's not too much to talk about here. Let's just go down and have a look. This is real nice and clean. It took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do here, and I've also been thinking about maybe I'll come back and replace these bits here with lamps at some point, but the torches on the wall do just fine for now. And I really like how this looks. I was tempted to change out the stone for a different material at one point, but I think it looks better with stone back there, because the rest of this thing's made out of stone, and the way it kind of overhangs at the top here, it really does look like it's holding it up, which is good. And there might be a couple more details I want to make like this, just remove some of the edge, so there's not quite as big an overhang. I'm not sure actually, maybe I'll just put that back. There we go. Yeah, that's not so bad, is it? Maybe a couple of blocks over here as well. But there you go. That is it right there. I decided to put a little bit of variation into the ceiling just by putting the darker ones there and there. I did start off with stripes or trying to do like a ring shape, but it didn't really work out. And that right there is pretty good. So I just started to work on this corner over here. It's going to be a bit of effort to figure out how we're going to do this. We want to go down into this area, then go right and try and keep the river in. I'm probably going to chop down these trees. I have no idea what's going to happen at this point. However, I have forgotten about another thing that we needed to do, which was to build the supports for the bit back here. And at the moment I haven't really given it too much thought. Let's go down and have a look, because I have a little bit of an idea as to what we could do. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe what we will do is either have 2 rows of fence posts that go maybe one here and one there, so in a grid shape, you know, they go from top to bottom, they're spaced out every couple of blocks, and then maybe they'll cross the middle gap at certain sections. I'm not sure, or maybe what I'll do is add some blocks underneath here, like stairs or something, to kind of round it off. I really have no idea. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to get building and see what happens. Floaty blocks. Floaty blocks. Just noticed those right as I was about to record. Out of the corner of my eye I saw something floating over here, and yep, it's just a bunch of dirt, a bit of grass on top. Looks like we've got a floating tree over here. Almost a floating tree. Anyway, the bridge part is done. I haven't actually seen it from this angle up here, and that looks really good from up here. That's cool. It's all made out of oak wood though. It's the only thing that I'm kind of thinking, you know, maybe we could have had a bit more colour in, but I like it. You know, it's got a bit of structure. We've got some main support struts, and then we've got some fence posts interlinked in between. And so I divided it into 2 sections. We've got one there, one there. Then we have these oak wood blocks coming down every other bit. These ones being the main support. And that is pretty much everything to it. I like how it looks. I also used a tiny bit of spruce wood just there underneath that oak, so there was something slightly different, but I doubt anyone would really notice. And it's pretty much done now. Yeah, it looks alright. It's kind of hidden in this corner. I want to look at it from different angles, but wherever I move there's not much to see really. So I guess the most of it you're probably going to see is from over here, and even then you can't really see too much of it, but it looks decent where you can see it, so I'm happy with that. It is time to move on to the next thing. I'm actually really enjoying building these bridges and stuff. I'm looking forward to doing more of them. Might get to do more this episode, I have no idea, because I do want to do more of the track. But as of right now I didn't want to focus on getting lots of the track done. Just wanted to make one part of it, you know, finished in some respect. So the next thing is this bit over here. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but as you know, we're going to turn around to the side and go down a little bit, and then go across where these trees are over to that bit. Oh, look at this guy. He's been doing this for absolutely ages. Just trying to walk forward. I don't know what it is. I think when I unleash him, he's going to walk over the top of that block. Let's see. Where are you going to go? Yep. He's trying to go over the top of that block. Oh, I don't know why. But whenever I bring him down to this area, he just wants to pathfind over there. It's really strange. Let's tie him up here, and what are you going to try and do now? Okay, you're going to stay there now. That's good. So this next path, it's pretty straightforward. We are using the spruce and the birchwood here. I'm not sure if I actually used that combination together. We used spruce and dark oak up the top, then it was birch and normal. Getting all the terms messed up at the moment. Then we transition to this, then back to the birch and the normal, and it would appear that the sun is going down, and it just goes across like this. I need a few more fences on the side, and then this is where it's just gonna go round to the side and go off in that direction. And I've cleared out a few trees, and there's an apple. Must get that. Do you know what? I never eat apples in this game, and it's the same on the old map as well. I collect them. Every time I get an apple, I like to keep it and put it in a chest, and I have quite a few of them back at my base. Not sure if I've actually mentioned that before, but I have literally been doing that since forever. So something, yeah, a little something right there. What we need to do next is this under part, and I think we're going to keep all of these trees in right here. The rest of this is going to be pretty simple. I don't want to do something big with the fence posts like we did over the other side. I think what I want to do is maybe have a few details and then have some singular support struts every so often going down, and then that will be this project finished. So over here that is going to be fairly straightforward. On the other side around here it's going to be a little different, because of the diagonal shape. So I've not got too many thoughts on how we're going to do that at the moment, but probably something similar. We'll probably have like 3 or 4 support struts going down, and I'll try and avoid the trees as well because I kind of want to keep them underneath. I like how that looks, and it's actually probably really bad because it's night time now, so I think I'll stop recording. I'll finish this up, and next time we will record in the day. So it is done, and right as I say it, I realise we've got these fence posts, but yeah, it's pretty much done. I put in the support beams underneath. I've been going around and looking at this from different angles, and it looks pretty good, I think. Very simple stuff, nothing too fancy going on at all. And you can see we have different materials for the support beams over there. So these ones I just used the dark oak and dark oak stairs like that, so we got these T-shapes, and I put in an extra half slab under there. The reason I was doing that is because the bottom of this looks really flat, and I was just thinking maybe a little bit of detail to kind of break that up would help, but it really doesn't do anything in my opinion, so I'm just going to leave it there. But over on this side we have dark oak, and then I've placed in some stairs and extra half slabs to kind of go around the edge on one side. So I don't know what you would call that, but that is what I have done, and again this looks pretty good from around the place as well. I'm actually really pleased with how all of this has turned out. I've really enjoyed building it, and I'm looking forward to building some more. But I was just thinking, you know, I'm putting all this effort into building this, and people are going to whiz through it on their horses and probably not even think twice. But who knows? I think it turned out really good, so I'm hoping that people will enjoy it. Holy cow! Where are we right now? We are at the end portal, obviously. I have not seen an end portal room like this. This is striking. This is cool. I like this a lot. Slipgator just logged on and reminded me that he had redone the end portal room, which is where we are right now, and I should go and check it out. And I came through here and straight away I was just like, wow, that looks so good. So this is what it looks like on the other side. We now have a 3 wide portal here, And there's my horsey, it better not run away. But look at that. That is really cool. I think Slip's done a fantastic job there. You may also notice that he has removed the silverfish spawner, unless he's done something clever here and hidden it behind this wall. I'm not sure, but he was going to remove it, and he asked everyone, and it was okay, because I think we have one that's been removed, and now this one's been removed. So we still do have a silverfish spawner on the server, which is good, because one day someone might want to play around with that. But there you go. That is an awesome looking room like there. I'm really glad I came by and checked this out. Very nice. Excellent work, Slip. So I have written out some instructions for the other hermits to get involved in this project. So I want to read this book to you right now. Horse Track by Asuma. Let's have a little read. Dear Hermit, if you are reading this book, you are probably interested in participating in the construction of the community horse track. This horse track will go around the 1.7 Hermit Town area in a giant loop that spans lots of biomes and before we turn over, yes, I typed will twice, lots of biomes and different areas of the map. You are more than welcome to get involved with building anything you want around this track. Your imagination is the limit. Getting involved is simple. Ride along the track and look for coloured wall totem poles, like at this chest. These mark the start and end of designated sections for building. They will define the area you can build as so not... Oh, here we go. These will define the areas we can build so as not to get in the way of each other. I don't think I worded that very well. To claim a section as your own, simply check the sign on the totem pole to see if it is claimed. If not, replace the sign with your name and the section is yours. Thank you for participating and be careful at night. The track is not protected from mobs, Asuma. And then I've added another little note here just saying if my instructions weren't good enough, then just watch this video and it will all make sense. So let me show you what exactly I'm talking about in that book. This is the example totem pole, by the way. And if we head off in this direction, there's also a sign to say the horse track is over here. I should probably make that more clear, which I will do. Our first section just starts right over here. So you can see the little totem pole there. So on this there are a couple of messages. Section 1, open track with a ravine. So a short description there of what you're going to find. And then here, if we get that horse's head out of the way, it says replace this sign with your own name to claim section 1. So someone would come over here, they'd say, hey, I want to do this one. This is the first bit on the racetrack. They can remove that and then replace it. And so that would include everything from that one over there. And I'm going to try and do this so the first one is on the left and the second one will be on the right. So bear with me here, that's on our left. We go all the way over here through the first section. And then it's quite a way ahead actually, because this one is fairly big. And then on the right hand side, once we cross over the ravine, there will be the other one on the right hand side. And there it is. So this one doesn't have any signs on it. It's just that right there with a torch on the top. Then this one over here says section 2 water crossing and then the replace sign again. So if someone wants to do this little bit, then they can do that. And the idea of these totem poles is to give people an idea of what kind of space they have to build within. So like I said, so we don't want to overlap too much or have any problems there in case someone builds something close to someone else. So this one, section 3, forest passing. Replace this sign with your... Yeah, I've read that already. So you know the drill. That's on the left-hand side. And then the next one is on the right-hand side. And there it is right there. Now, I have had some wonderful suggestions in the comments. And one of them I want to build over here. We're probably going to come back to this later. But this is section 4 and I've claimed that. So I was also supposed to put a description there, but never mind. I'm going to be doing this one. I've got a fantastic idea for it. You can see that the section ends over here. And not all of the sections are going to be back to back. For example, this bit here I think is fine how it is. And there will be a few others like that as well. So our next section starts over here. And I forgot to put a description on this. What I probably should say is open area. But that's actually all of the sections that I've done so far. And we need to do some more. It's going to take quite some time going around and writing down all of the signs, but this is where that one ends, and there probably won't be another section for a while because I plan on doing this bit here myself. I don't think I really need to put down yeah, another sign section thing if I'm going to be doing it, and then all of the canopy up here is probably going to stay the same. So I've finished marking out a whole bunch more sections. We should go through and have a look so you can see all the different ones that are available. So there is one right here. This is section 6, the short tunnel. So that is literally just this tunnel right here. And then there is a gap before the next section starts, because this bit right here is really nice. And I think I just saw a creeper. I've got to be careful. These roof forests, there are some dark patches in them where the mobs can spawn, like that guy right there. And no! Ah, no. I said I thought I saw a creeper. I actually got creepered in the last episode as well. Some of you noticed that my horse had changed, and that is exactly why I didn't bring my fastest horse with me. I've been taking some of the slower ones, but that was really unfortunate. And I guess I gotta fill this in. Well, that was all the dirt that I had, so I guess I'm gonna have to come back and fix this, and I want to show you all of these as well, so I guess I'm gonna have to do it on foot. So this next area or next section is this open plains right here, and it spans quite a distance. So if I remember correctly, I think I split this up into 2 different parts. Yep, this is the second part over here, so that's the end of part 1. Here's part 2. This goes all the way down to the desert village. And there it is. And this sign over here, you'll say it is the desert, or you'll see it will say, I'm having a bit of trouble with words again, a desert area and village. So whoever's watching this, if you're interested in expanding this village, I think that would be a great idea. Have a village running alongside the track or something like that. Just an idea. But basically this section covers the track up to where it meets the savannah. So this is where the next section starts. I can't remember what one we're up to at the moment. I have been numbering them. So this is section 10, and this basically goes around the corner over to where that gap was between where the river where the river goes across. And here it is. So that is the end of section 10. This is section 11, Savannah Crossing. So someone can build a nice little bridge over here if they want to. And then it ends just there, and section 12 starts over here. So this one is just, yeah, that's right, the plains and the ravine as well. So this stretches all the way past the ravine. So here is the ravine, and then that is a big old ravine, isn't it? Oh, there was a suggestion in the comments as well to have a horse track run through a ravine. So if we find one in the future that's suitable, I might try and bend the path so we can go down into the ravine, across and back out again, which would be really cool, but I think it would be quite unlikely, because you need to find the perfectly positioned ravine for that. So this is the end of that section. The next one, section 12, bridge to desert. So that's literally this thing right here, another opportunity for a bridge or something similar, whatever it is that you want to do. And then that ends over here, and the next one starts. So I split this bit up into 2, so this is desert part 1, and it's a quite long walk to the next bit, and I'm missing my horse, I gotta say. And here is the end of this section, and then the start of the second part of the desert. And I just noticed something there. The colour of the sky changes ever so slightly. Look. Yep, that's absolutely changing. I'm not going mad. What is that? Is that because I'm on the edge of biomes or something? Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it? Look. Over here on the grass, it's slightly more pink. There's like a hint of pink in the sky, and then it goes more to a turquoise colour. Very faint, but noticeable. It might not show up on the video, actually. I'm sure some of you have probably noticed that before playing Minecraft. And here is the end of this one, and that is all of the sections that I've done so far. What I have in this chest is all the different wall colours, and I've done one different colour for each different section. And I've actually gone through all of them now. Now I could do a couple more sections, but the thing is I'm running out of time. It takes a ridiculous amount of time travelling back and forth along this track, and it's even worse now that I don't have a horse. But I need to find my way back to the Hermit Town, because there is a few things we need to take care of back there. So we are back at Hermit Town. I am on a horse that I found in the wild. I managed to tame it, and I gotta say, this guy is no racer. I think I'd be travelling faster if I was running with the beacon effect right now. This guy is real slow. We do not need to take him through the speedometer. I thought I heard a creeper hiss then. That was strange. I'm hearing things now. Anyway, we need to head into the commercial district and pay a visit to the headquarters of the Hermitcraft Herald, because we need to take out an ad and let people know that this horse track thing is happening. And I think the newspaper would be a good way of doing that. So I've written out an ad for us to put into the paper, and I'm not the best at bigging up what I'm doing, or I don't know, I don't feel like I worded this in the best way possible. But anyway, dear Cleo, I would like to run an ad in your... These guys make a lot of noise, don't they? There's also a guy down here with a sign, I think. No, yep, he's still there. He's jumping up and down. He's happy. Oh! That guy made me jump. Oh, right, let's get out of here, because these cats and zombies are really noisy. So, let's read this up here in peace. Dear Cleo, I would like to run an ad in your fine newspaper, the Hermitcraft Herald. Page 2 contains the ad, and a payment of 1 diamond has been deposited with this book. Smiley face, Asuma. Dear reader, the construction of the Hermitcraft Herald racetrack has begun. Wait, I just said Hermitcraft Herald. Okay, let's start again. Dear reader, the construction of the Hermittown racetrack has begun. Are you a builder, a racer? Are you interested in getting involved? Travel to -3520/1500 for instructions on how to get involved in the construction of the racetrack. And I just realised that that might sound like it's a long way away. It's actually just over there. Hopefully people will realise that. But I can't be bothered to change it now. So let's put it in the chest with our diamonds, and there we go. We have successfully taken out an ad. Can't wait to read the next issue. What issue are we on at the moment? Let's have a look here. Hermitcraft number 4. Yes, I do believe I've read that one. As you know, I'm not too great at reading on camera, so I don't tend to read them, because all the hermits read them in their videos anyway. So I've found ourselves another horse. This guy is a lot faster than the last one. And I was thinking, you know, there is something in this game that's going to help us protect our horses. That is, of course, horse armor. And I've got tons of this stuff lying around in a chest. I just never really thought to use it because I've only just started using the horses recently, in case you haven't noticed. And, of course, this is the perfect thing to prevent them being blown up by creepers. So this guy has armor. And I was wondering to myself, can you repair this armor in an anvil? Because I also have a diamond one as well, and I'd want to save that for something special if you couldn't repair them. Now I'm pretty sure you can. You see, the thing is with my knowledge is if I do stuff in survival, I tend to remember it a lot better than if I do one of my snapshot update videos. So probably in one of those I would have covered it at the time, figured out if you could do that or not, and now I just can't remember. And we need another fence post over there. I'm actually going to steal one from over here. So there we go. That is that little bit fixed. So I need to find that out. That'll be real simple. I'm just going to go into Creative World and figure that out. In fact, I'll do that right now, and then I'll be able to tell you in case any of you are wondering as well. That's right, log back in and it's raining. So I've done a whole bunch of testing. As far as I can tell, they don't actually take damage. The horse armor just doesn't take damage. Or unless I was doing something really wrong with my testing, I thought that would have been a thing. So perhaps when the horse gets killed, this is just going to drop on the ground and it will last forever, which is pretty cool, pretty awesome. But one thing I think they should add is a little armor meter for the horses as well, because you just get the hearts down there. But that is pretty cool. I'm glad I decided to use this. It's definitely going to keep my horses alive. So we have made some progress this episode with the horse track, and I would have liked to have made a lot more. In fact, I planned on doing a lot more things, but unfortunately, once again, time has managed to get the better of me. And so I wanted to remind all of you to check the description box for the link to the G+ community. If you want to get involved, submit some ideas in that community, and me and the other hermits will be looking out for things to build on this horse track. I've got some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas as well, and we will probably start building some more things for this in the next episode. But as always, if you have enjoyed this, please do leave a like. It will always be appreciated, and I will catch you in the next episode.